Alright, so since I was returning the other TP-Link repeater, but that, well, little spot that needs at least some coverage still exists. So I got one of the cheapest Wi-Fi repeaters you can find, and let's try this one instead. It only costs, well, a third of what the TP-Link one costs, so let's give it a shot. Alrighty, seems like we've got the black version this time around, but that shouldn't really change anything. Besides then that it looks different. Yeah, here it is. It comes with this little LAN cable. So let's just open it up real quick to make sure that this is still the one that has the safe power supply. And if that's the case, let's set it up. Alright, so not only the casing looks different, this is actually a version that I have not seen yet. While the antennas are kinda funny. I mean, they are, yeah, well, correctly positioned in terms of spatial multiplexing or spatial diversity. So yeah, let's have a look at the power supply. Yeah, okay, this really is a completely different version. Like the other ones, they were really heavily integrated, and I think this has a RAM chip down there. Yep, that's a Hynix RAM. Realtek, two Realtek chips, some filter, some EEPROM probably. Look at the other side, nothing much here. Okay. But they have this insulator here over the power supply, and like, look at this, that looks really good already. And it's alright, like the isolation distance is quite good. The transformer looks, as far as I can tell, fairly safe. So the only thing I'm really concerned about is this little coupling capacitor. Wait, does it even have? Oh, okay, no worries. I'm not concerned. It doesn't even have the interference, the anti-interference capacitor, which is, I mean, it has an inductor here, it has an inductor here, so it does have some nice filtering with those capacitors and that inductor, so it's not that bad, but yeah, this one should be here. Like, okay, if you don't like connect a cable to this thing, if you really just plug it in, it doesn't really matter because there's not much space for it to kind of send out or transmit interference that is coming through the power supply that would be attenuated by this capacitor. So it's kind of alright, and it's alright for what we're gonna use it. But in terms of safety, it looks really good. Only a much more ancient version of this product. I mean, even the LEDs, they look, I don't know, it looks so old, kind of. So let's plug it in, and okay, let's try to set this one up. Alright, so I have no idea what we're getting here yet, so let's connect to it, see what happens. And it does have its DHCP enabled by default. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, 10.1, let's go here real quick. Alright, let's just try admin here, probably it. What else should it be? Okay, well that's something I have not seen yet. Looks kind of familiar. Okay, I think that's just a dark version of that firmware, I'm not sure, but let's try repeater here. And no, let's go back here. Let's actually try and see what it says here first. DHCP server auto disable. Great. Okay, let's disable that first of all. Alright, so I just manually connected to the subnet of the repeater and entered the password for my network. As you can see, it's connecting right now, and boom, just like that. It is repeating, so you can see that my original network has full strength now, and we've got a working DHCP. Look at this, it works perfectly fine. That's great. Alright, so as you can see, well, this thing works absolutely fine. No issues whatsoever. I'm not sure why TP-Link wasn't able to, well, get that, although the device costs much more, but yeah, that's just something I wanted to show you because the normal cheap repeaters, just plain simple, they do that. They really just act like a LAN switch, essentially. So that works great. And also something else I noticed, which I have not seen until this point, is what you can see right now, what you're looking at right now. So this is the configuration this device actually works in. So although our, well, source channel is only 20 megahertz wide, this thing is repeating and extending it into a 40 megahertz channel, which is really awkward because I didn't even know that that was possible because, you know, essentially those repeaters are really just taking the package from one TDD time slot and relaying it to the next one or another one basically. So, but this thing is really efficient. So I did some speed tests and there's nothing like the normal stuff with this 40 megahertz channel. There's no speed halving or whatsoever. It just works and no speed reduction whatsoever. Really great. Didn't even know that that was possible. But yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.